Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a 1700 point game, my Dwarves up against some Empire. Alright, so I think you guys might have heard me talk about before about how I did a demo game with my trolls and it didn't really go so well. And so this will be kind of not a demo game, but kind of like the next step. So this player here, he's gone through the demo. I've shown him the rules, and now this is going to be like his first kind of experience for a game. So for my part, for my list, I made sure not to do all trolls again because I found it was just not nice to new players. And I'm going with my dwarves, and I'm going to go and try and go with as much units as possible to kind of show him the different stuff he can do. Not go anything crazy, no hordes, no magic defense either, so he can try out his magic, and just kind of see how it goes. So anyway, for my list, from left to right, I have 20 warriors with great weapons and banner, 10 thunderers with shields, then 20 more warriors with great weapons and banner. You can see behind I got a grudge thrower that's strength 5, a flaming cannon, organ gun. Then there is 30 warriors with shields and banner. In there is my Thane, which is my general, and he has a 1+ save, a great weapon, and the Master Rune and Challenge. Then my second organ gun, and then finally my last 10 thunderers with shields. And then coming off from the side of the board will be 15 miners. So really, for this point size, it's a whole bunch of infantry just to kind of really throw it around and really, just do these little fights to try and make it so it's good for learning the game. On his side, from left to right, for as best as I know, he has 10 of the great swords with full command, and in there is a warrior priest with extra hand weapon and heavy armor or whatever. Then next with that, he has a horde of swordsmen, and in there he has his BSB, and he also has his level 4 of life. So that was going to be interesting. Plus, because in his first game, he didn't really do much magic, and this time I was like, oh man, which lore should I do? Oh, lore of life. Hey, that Dwellers looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's go for that. So, looks like we got him on the dark side already. But then he has a steam tank. He has a big, huge unit of knights there. And in there, he actually has his general that's also, the Lord General that's on the mounted horse with the lance and all that fun stuff. Hurricanum. And then he also has a unit over here of the handgunners. Pretty much all of his units have full command, by the way. And this one, the champ, has a Hochland long rifle. And then there's also a master engineer, also with that Hochland long rifle. So, a lot of points in upgrades and characters that he probably doesn't need, but hey, whatever. And really, the way that I see this battle rolling out is that he's going to come here towards me. I'm going to try and bait down the knights to make him go slower, shoot them up. Obviously, the way I deployed, the right side won't be a deal or an issue as soon as I organ gun those knights and then fight them with my warriors. Then on the left side, just a whole thing that between these 3 blocks and also my miners coming in, they'll just kind of do what they need to go for flanks and deal with that other big unit. Alright, so he gets first turn, which is kind of what I really wanted. He makes his steam points, he moves forward. His knights, who he accidentally put behind a wall, he just walked over it to make sure that he's not going to be losing anything. And really, that's pretty much it. He put up his Throne of Vines. That's pretty much it. Just moving up his first turn, and we're not really going to count the forest as anything magical for this game. Alright, so on my turn, I move up my warriors just enough so that I can use the Master of Challenge, and then he'll need double 6s to get to me. Then my organ guns start opening up on the knights. One of them goes and kills 4 of them, and then the other one misfires and can't shoot. The cannon actually goes and what does it do? I think it misfires as well and can't shoot. And then the grudge thrower goes and lands onto the steam tank and does 3 wounds. So that's pretty awesome. Otherwise, I do a little bit of shooting into the handgunners, roll pretty bad, kill 1, I think it is. And then otherwise, other handgunners, because he would have had to cover from the forest, I shot into the steam tank and predictably did nothing. So on my turn, I had also gone and dispelled his Throne of Vines, so he said, screw this, who cares about these things anymore? He started 6 dicing Dwellers, so like I said, just introduced him to the dark side, and he Dwellers my Thunderers. I should be losing half of them. I lose 8 out of 10, but whatever, they're now going to be a throwaway unit. Otherwise, his blocks are just kind of moving up. due to my recommendation, his Hurricanum is moving more to the left, so it can be covering both the knights and the swordsmen. And then in the magic phase, well, we already covered that. In the shooting phase, he does one wound off of the right organ gun. The steam tank with the cannon just overshoots whatever. And yeah, I mean, my Thunderers went and held. Alright, so my turn two, and I should also say that I'd used my Master in a challenge if that wasn't obvious. And so, of course, he failed the charge. He also went and passed his difficult or dangerous terrain test on all his knights, but actually failed with his lord. In this now, I open up and I wipe out all of the knights and also do one wound to the lord. So he has this one left. I shoot him at him with the Thunderers, and obviously you can see he's still there. Otherwise, I'm just kind of getting ready for left side. My miners haven't come in yet, but I moved over the Thunderers to redirect him so I can go for a flank either way he goes, because it'd be a pretty long charge for the great swords. And I believe I also do, yeah, more wounds to Steam Tank. So Steam Tank's actually down to 3 wounds now, so it's in bad shape. But now it's my turn for my Grudge Thrower to misfire, so it can't shoot this turn or next turn. His turn 3 then, and this is just kind of showing all the charges. So he has his general going to my main unit, which won't be a worry. He has his other unit going into my Thunderers, which, hey, I stand and shot and killed one. And then he also able to do the long bomb charge to get his great swords into my great weapon guys on the left. Now, I'm not overly worried because I have the numbers, so sure he'll have hatred the first turn, but I should have enough to grind him down. But yeah, definitely this is something that wasn't part of the plan. Alright, so in his turn 3 it looked like this. He 6 dice dwellers again and kills off a whole bunch of the other great weapon guys, so that's going to hurt. In combat, though, he just completely whiffs, doesn't kill any of the Thunderers. Of course, I break and he catches me, but I'm looking at a nice flank charge now. It would look even nicer if I hadn't been dweller and lost half the unit. In the other combat, this was ridiculous. I mean, he killed lots of guys like I expected, but I only killed 2 back, so rolling kind of piss poor there. Otherwise, some shooting he does into the right unit of my Thunderers kills 2, and that's pretty much it for his turn. Alright, so my turn 3, I have my miners come in, so they're ready to do whatever flanks. I charge into the flank of the swordsman, and really what happened in all these things here is on the left, I killed 4 of him, he killed like 4 back, so it actually was like a draw or whatever it turned out to be. So again, I would expect to have done better than him, but the way we're rolling, it's not working out like that. In the other combat, I won, and then he held because he was steadfast, and then just reformed to look at me. You can see my warriors moved up in order to see him. I was able to destroy his Hurricanum and his steam tank, so there's a whole bunch of points. I actually got pretty lucky with the Hurricanum where I actually got 10 shots from an organ gun, and it just did it by itself. And then my shooting into his handgunners on the right killed a whole bunch. He panicked, and he's way back there right now. So, still looking okay. And of course, I mean, if it wasn't obvious, when his one lord came in, he attacked, challenged my Thane, and I killed him. But, yeah, it's all good so far. His turn 4, and this is where shit starts getting crazy. So, okay. In his magic phase, he goes and he gets off dwellers with irresistible force, and you can see that my warriors there were decimated. He also misfired or miscast and killed a bunch of his own guys. He was also able in his own magic phase to regrow some of the great swords. He brought up 2, I killed 2, but as you see there, I'm going to be losing that combat now. I mean, I can get my miners into there, but man, I really thought this was going to be dealt with a lot faster. Otherwise, in the other combat, I roll like garbage, do nothing. He beats me, I break, and then that panics my warriors away. So not only is things going really bad on the left, and I have to do everything to kill those great swords, now my entire right flank is kind of falling apart. His handgunners rallied as well, but I mean now he's going to start cleaning up my war machines, and I just got to try and hurry and get these warriors rallied, but as it is, they're already kind of too small to even do anything. So my turn 4, I go in with my miners, and the way he rolls, he kills all my great weapon guys, and then in coming back, he makes enough saves so that I don't kill his champ. So he's stubborn, he holds, and he turns around to look at me, and just, can't believe it. Obviously my organ gun gets destroyed, he reforms to look at me, and yeah, I mean, I rally there, and what is it, I've moved up my handgunners and my remaining organ gun so it can actually shoot at his handgunners, but now it's kind of up to my Thane and his really reduced unit to try and take on his swordsman. Alright, his turn 5, and he goes for the whole Shield of Thorns or whatever it's called, and I figure, like, who cares? It's not going to really kill that much. Oh, no, no, no. It killed 5 guys. I couldn't believe it. So, a bad situation's getting worse, and, yeah, I mean, if this unit falls, my entire right flank is doomed. Alright, so after everything's done, if you look on the left side, you could see, hey, I still didn't kill anything. I have 8 attacks with great weapons, and yeah, they're still there, and they're still stubborn. So I can't believe that. On the right side, he actually did a lot of attacks into my Thane, which was a mistake, because, of course, with a 1+ armor save, they're not going to do much. So that really helped. Attacking back, I tried to kill the BSB. He basically has nothing on him except for a 4+ armor. So, I mean, with 3+, 2+ my attacks, should have done the job. Didn't do the job. Left him on 1 wound. Luckily, I held those, so I can't complain too much. And yeah, he's doing a little bit more shooting to try and destroy my organ gun, but it's failing. My turn 5, I finally beat those guys on the left, so that's good to get some points. My shooting destroys the rest of his handgunners and his master engineer, but as you see there, I killed his BSB, but I rolled like garbage for the rest. He killed a lot of stuff, and in the end, he beat me by 1 because of musician. I fail, and of course I get ran down. So tons of points for him. He's now into my organ gun, so ugh, that's not good. His turn 6, there's not really much to do here. He casts a spell where he has a Shield of Thorns, which was actually a mistake because what happened is that killed them, and now he wasn't able to do an overrun into my Thunderer, so whew, that saved me. And then my turn 6, I try Cannon and Grudge Thrower Assassination onto level 4. It fails, and that's the game. So at the end of the game, I figured, everything was falling apart. I must have lost this game, but because those war machines are worth so much and all those things, it actually turned out that I was ahead by 200 points in the end for a minor win. So that's something. But you know what? This was actually probably a good thing. I went into this, it was supposed to be a kind of like a semi-soft demo game type thing. And it's good the way that it worked out, because the way that it was last time, you don't want to be having it too discouraging for new players. You want them to be able to try out their new toys, cast their magic, do their combats, and the way that it was last game, that didn't happen. So for him to have this turn, that was fantastic. Really good to see that he's starting to get a really good handle on the game. And yeah, with all the toys he has, he should be competitive really quick here. And also kind of funny to see this, where all it takes is a little bit of swing of the dice and some misfires and whatever you have there, and all of a sudden, a game where it should be in the bag just turns around on you. And like I said, one thing he's definitely caught on to is the fact that, hey, Dwellers is good. 6 dice it. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and bye.